And normally we have a lot of depressing issues on this show, but tonight we've got a special guest. His name is Keith Hertz. He's a local comic. He's going to come out and make us all laugh and have a good time. So stay with the show. Come on out.
Take a good look, everybody. This is my ex-girlfriend, giving me a really neat look. Hey, honey, you sure got a pretty mouth. Also, looks like every girl I dated out in South Dakota. Just came off a big tour. Hey, somebody go wake up the gimp. Well, I feel a lot better now, though. Kind of look like Beavis and Butthead's drill instructor, right? Beavis and Butthead! Well, well, well! Kick me in the jimmies, boy! Yeah! Also wore these down the slopes in Aspen, Colorado. Nobody cut my butt off, I'll tell you that much. Well, I feel a lot better, though. This is a great idea that Bill has going here, and I really appreciate being invited as his first comic. I had a tough time getting here tonight. I don't know my way around Glendale real well. I come from the other side of the valley. And to get onto Glendale Avenue, I had to cut off a big, gigantic van. Now, kids, this is still the wild, wild west. You don't cut off a van in Arizona and get away with it. And they start following me, yelling, "You stupid moron, you jackass, you jerk, you idiot. Hope you go to hell." I got so scared, I rolled down my window at the red light, and I apologized to the nuns, so it worked out okay. My name is Keith Hertz, and I happen to be one of twins. My parents said, let's keep one and drown the other. That's how I learned how to swim. No laughing, cameraman. Hey, I was involved in a really bizarre murder case as a teenager. You might have seen it, made all the headlines. Suicidal identical twin kills brother by mistake. That was me. Think about it. My name is Keith Hertz. My dad's name is Bob Hertz, and my brother's Dick Hertz, because he got it stuck in his zipper. That's not really funny. I know a lot of you people are thinking, especially you ladies, he's short, he's white, he's probably not too well endowed. You got that right. You guys know what condoms are. I'm so small I use shrink wrap. In fact, I can't even get a Woody. I get a Splinter. That's my problem. Bad. I once had an erection. I walked into a brick wall, broke my nose right there. It was terrible. So I figured I'm going to solve that problem about not being too well endowed. I went to the Castle Boutique, if I could say that on cable access. I went there, and I went up to the clerk, and I bought this stuff. It's a cream that makes your penis get bigger. And I said, how does this work? And he says, well, you rub it on your hands, and then you rub it on yourself, and your penis gets bigger. I said, well, wouldn't your hands get bigger too? I said, if that's the case, I'll just rub it all over my whole body. In about 10 minutes, I'll be 7 feet tall. I'll be calling Jerry Colangelo for a job. Doesn't work that way. 2, 1. Now I've told you about that part of my life. I'm also dyslexic. I swear to dog. Dyslexia is no joke. I've had my share of problems my whole life. I'm 39 years old now, and I do some stupid things. I once dialed 119 on the phone. The operator sent the burglar over to my house. Got a Energizer Bunny for Easter. I did a stupid thing. I'm so dyslexic, I put the batteries in backwards. Now the rabbit just keeps coming and coming and coming. And I even got stopped for drinking once at a sobriety checkpoint, and the cop was dyslexic. He wrote me up a ticket for an IUD. Weird things, weird things. I even have a doctor who's dyslexic. I went to get my physical this year, and he's so dyslexic, he grabbed my knee, he told me to turn my head and cough, and he hit me in the crotch with a hammer. I almost passed. Almost. And other problems with my eyes, terrible problems. I once put my contact lens in, and it got stuck behind my eyeball. Talk about pain. I couldn't see a damn thing, but I was thinking a hell of a lot clearer. That's important. Cut. What else? Just came off a big tour. I toured all over the Midwest and the Southwest. Did New Mexico, Nebraska, Colorado, Iowa, South Dakota. Beautiful part of the country. Colorado, gorgeous, beautiful. Nebraska, flat as a pancake. I'm telling you, now I know why they drink so much in Nebraska. It puts a little roll in the hills. Hey, Elmer, look, mountains. These. I'm saying the postcards in Nebraska, they don't read them like this. They read them like this, okay, people? It's a flat territory. And bouncers, big old bouncers in Nebraska. This one bouncer, about 6'5", 320 pounds, big beard, tattoos. This woman was huge. She had a tattoo on the back of her neck that said, "Don't hold my ears, I know what I'm doing." And another one on her butt that said, "Gusty winds next 12 minutes. Big woman. And then Colorado was a great state. We went to a place called Trinidad, Colorado. I don't know if anyone out in the audience and at home has ever been there. But for those who aren't initiated, it's the transsexual capital of the United States. There are more sex change operations done in Trinidad, Colorado than anywhere. And we got there at a perfect time for their annual drag races. Nothing like watching 200 transsexuals run to see who can put their makeup on the fastest. These guys were flaming, I'm telling you. One guy had sparks coming out of his butt. Sparks was his pet gerbil. Like I said, I've been on the road for all this time, and I have no social life. I don't know how to pick up women anymore. I'm not really hip on the lines. A girl comes up to me in the bar, she says, "Hi, Kathy O'Neill, cancer." I said, "Keith Hertz, kidney infection." I didn't know what the hell to say. And it's true. Now, there's this girl locally in the strip club I've been talking to, and I think there's real chemistry there. You know, I get near her. It's got to be chemistry. My eyes get all watery. My palms get all sweaty. My heart races. My friend Bruce says, "Keith, that's not chemistry. That's pepper spray." I think you might be right, too. But I was on Love Connection once. You guys remember that show, Love Connection? I was reamed in front of 20 million people by this one gal. Well, what'd you think about her? "Well, Chuck, he didn't have a butt. I like a man with a nice tush." Well, Chuck, you know, she had enough for the both of us, okay? And you see, that's my problem, see? See, I have no butt. See that? Now, I can make a butt. I can't walk around like this all day. Hey, look, it's Michael Jackson. I don't want to be confused. Yeah, I'll have a hamburger, fries, and a Coke. No, I don't have to pee. Just get my food, you jerk. But that's what happened to me on Love Connection. You know, I love women, though. I really do. My mom told me the Easter Bunny was coming. I thought she meant Miss April. I cleaned up my room and everything. Imagine how my testosterone level dropped when a 6-foot rabbit showed up at the door. No, I don't want a Cadbury egg. Bring me something with cleavage. And I found out another thing about women. I know why women give hickeys. It's to mark their territory, which I can deal with because my last girlfriend used to pee on me. But I do know that the perfect woman out there is for me. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed, 6-foot-tall Japanese girl. And I'm going to find her, damn it. But the thing about me with my social life, I just had my hair cut the other day, and I'm growing hair in places I never thought I could grow hair. The back of my neck, the top of my feet, the hood of my car. I'm going to have that waxed next week, though. I'm turning into a chia comedian. Put him in a window, watch him grow. I'll tell you a joke a day. The thing about being a comic and traveling is the travel. You get to do things like rent cars, stay in trashy hotels, and, of course, fly. Now, flying is something I like to do. I'm not afraid to fly, but I am afraid to die. And the thing that gets me most on airplanes is the turbulence. And I love the pilots. They're so calm. "Ladies and gentlemen, please don't be alarmed by all the turbulence. It's just due to the fact that we're passing water." I said, "Holy cow, so am I." Kind of scared me there. But I like to have fun. I flew Virgin Airlines. All they served was cherry Coke. Oh, that's funny. Come on, people at home. I know that's good. But I like to have fun on planes. I like to take the aisle seat, not only because I go to the bathroom a lot, but I just like the aisle seat. Because someone's going to come up to you and say, "Excuse me, can I sneak by?" So I said, "No, moron, you just told me." Think about it, people. Like I said, what I like to do best is this. As soon as you're sure that the person next to you is fast asleep through the whole flight, before you get ready to wake them up, you want to have fun, do this. "Hey, bud, weren't you listening?" Scare the hell out of these people. Bit of a visual joke there for you. Now, when you get out of the airplane, you got to go to the airport, of course, and you have to rent a car. And I last time out, I didn't get such a good one. I was in Omaha. I got this Geo Metro. You know what I'm talking about? That 3-cylinder job. Oh, what a piece of junk. Oh, man, oh, man. It's the first car I ever saw that had a hamster for a hood ornament. This car is slow. What can I say? The car also had a rear defroster, which was a really good idea because it kept my hands warm while I pushed this piece of junk. I'm not saying I like pickup, but I do need a little bit of speed in the car. This car was so slow that when I stopped to get gas, there were dead bugs in the back windshield. Now, if we only had the rim shot right now, it'd be perfect. Now, when you get in the car, you got to travel to the hotel. And we go to some small towns like Winter, South Dakota, Ogallala, or Beatrice, Nebraska. I mean, these are tiny towns. Rifle, Colorado. And most of the hotels we stayed, you know what, Motel 6? We stayed like in Motel 1. I mean, what a dump. They stole my towels. And I'm pissed off because I took them from the Ramada in Denver, so we're all upset. But I saw a beautiful hotel, and I saw it was gorgeous. It said STA/IN, the Stay In Motel. I got closer. It said the Stain Motel. They had a big sign, now serving soaps. So now these towns are really small. Now, we finished doing our gig, and the great thing is, I go to the bar owner, and he says, "Keith, come over here. I want to introduce you to my wife and sister." There's one woman standing there. Then you get back to the hotel, and you want to call home. And it's scary because when you're in a small town, when you're in the hotel, you dial 9. You think you get the hotel operator. I'll dial 9. I got somebody's house. Scary, scary thing. Now, I've run into a lot of cowboys. You people at home, you think Arizona's loaded with cowboys. In New Mexico, get into Colorado, Nebraska, South Dakota. Whew, these guys are cowboys, I'm telling you. Now I realize why those cowboys do the two-step. Because they can't count any higher. And then you ladies are all attracted to cowboys. I don't know what this big attraction is. You want to have sex with these guys. Damn, they think 8 seconds is a good ride. But they will ride you hard and put you away wet, ladies, and that's important, right? Then I was back in Trinidad again, and they had the gay rodeo. And the gay rodeo was great. You know, at the straight rodeo, they yell, ride that sucker. At the gay rodeo, they'll suck that rider, which is pretty cool. Correct. Not that I care much about PC, but I don't want to offend the cowboys, gay people, or anybody. But it is a political year, and I am a registered Republican. I'm not embarrassed to say that. You know, Bob Dole's not doing too well in the polls right now. He's trailing Marge Schott and O.J. Simpson in the popularity. And how about President Clinton, huh? He was out jogging the other day. You know, President Clinton likes to jog every day, and he's always with the Secret Service. He's out there. Damn, I can't wait to get back to the White House and rip Hillary's panties off. Secret Service guy says, Ma, you're feeling mighty frisky today, Mr. President, huh? He says, no, they're just riding up me so high. But I don't mean to make fun of everybody. Bill Clinton, you know, do you realize it? This is a tax season right now. We just passed tax season. He was audited by the IRS, not because he made a mistake in his math, but he checked that one box, said head of household, so they're not too sure about that. Great childhood. Most comedians have wonderful childhoods. And I still like doing goofy things. I like making animal balloons. In fact, I'm going to do one for you now. How's this? The cameraman told me his favorite animal. I can't do a giraffe. Worm. How's that? No good? Okay. Let's try this one. Sperm. How's that? Here you go, cameraman. Find your egg. Cut. I had a great childhood. I had one of those fathers that let me learn everything, good or bad, by experiencing it. He watched me, about 4 years old. I have a wet finger, and I walk up to an electric socket. I put it right in. Next thing he hears, he said, son, you're grounded. And he was right, too. Well, we got most of my head back in that shot, didn't we? Let's hear it for the drunk cameraman, everybody out there. Yes. Does anyone speak Quaalude in the audience back at home? I don't know what's going on. So I learned through experience, which is great. I grew up in New York City. Now, I don't want anyone coming down the studio trying to shoot me, but New York's a great town. It's the only town where we have 3 political parties, the Republicans, the Democrats, and the Teamsters Union. There's some powerful guys. There's some powerful people in that union. But I love living in New York, and New York is the only city in the world where when you make your budget, you allow for hold-up money, and that's a really important thing to do. For 29 years. I'm 39 now. I moved to Arizona 10 years ago, and I carried a lot of paranoia with me. To let you know how paranoid I am, for the first 2 years I lived in Phoenix, I was so paranoid I kept bars on the windows of my Toyota. Like I said, I grew up in New York, mixed ethnic background, which fits perfectly. I come from a family that's half Irish and half Jewish, which means I love to drink. I'm just too damn cheap to buy anything. Hey, listen, folks at home, don't laugh. It's tough being Jewish in Arizona. There's 3 of us. We're on 8-hour shifts. But I was raised Jewish. In fact, we did everything, celebrated the holidays. At 13, in the Jewish religion, you become a man. You have a bar mitzvah. Now, we invited the Jewish family and the Irish family to this affair. But to the Irish family, we highlighted, underlined, and italicized the word bar. And then we put the word open before it. They all showed up, and they brought gifts. It was pretty good. Only half Jewish, we did celebrate Christmas. And my dad, being Jewish, kind of cheap, he once got me a package of batteries that said toys not included. I'll wait. And we celebrated Christmas. One year, we actually had a Jewish Santa Claus. He climbed down the chimney. He woke me and my brother up. He said, hey, kids, you want to buy some toys? We bought 2. Wholesale with coupons, of course. And another year, we had something really neat. I created a Jewish nativity scene. That was good. It's not really religious. It's 7 attorneys overlooking a car accident. And in school, as a child, I ran home once. I got a part in a school play. I was so proud. I said, Dad, I got the part in a school play. He says, well, what part did they give you? I said, I had the part of a Jewish husband. He says, oh, couldn't they give you a speaking role? It's tough. Now I have a cousin who actually, a Jewish cousin who married out of faith. She went up to the reservation, and she married the son of a Navajo tribesman. Now, for those of you who don't know, in the Native American culture, the woman takes on an Indian name. So now my cousin, Michelle Goldstein, is now known as Princess Bargain Hunter. Cut. I wasn't much of a Jewish kid growing up. I went to Hebrew school. And you know those things we wear on our head? Some people call them beanies. We call them yarmulkes. I had one guy in South Dakota yelled out, Yamaha. Then he tried to kickstart my head. So it's called a yarmulke. Now, like I said, I wasn't much of a Jewish kid. I was a clown. I walked into Hebrew school once with my mom's diaphragm on my head. Oh, the rabbi was upset. You know, if she would have worn this thing 10 years ago, I wouldn't have to put up with you, young man. Now get the hell out of here. Cut. Like I said, great childhood. I did have one problem. I was a bedwetter and a sleepwalker. Use your imagination, folks. I'd get up in the middle of the night, walk into my parents' room, crawl into their bed, warm it up. Everything went great until that electric blanket incident. I said, Dad, now you're grounded. Dad peed Sparks for a week. Sparks was not his pet gerbil. So, folks, we don't want anything to happen to our down there, right? No Sparks. Now, how about John Bobbitt, right? You see him back on the news again? John Bobbitt. He was on TV, and he dared to say he had 12 hours of surgery, this time for cosmetic reasons, and he had the guts to say 12 hours of surgery, that's 1 hour for every inch. Hey, how about 1 hour for every IQ point? How about that, big guy, huh? Boy, I'll tell you, after seeing what Lorena did to him, I have 10 times more respect for women than I did before. That's 1 time for every inch. Okay. Cut. Bobbitt, huh? I bet you she's about the loneliest woman these days, huh? Guys are avoiding her at work like a herpes infection. Oh, God, here she comes. Oh, my goodness. Damn, she saw me. Lorena, how you doing? I'm fine. Friday night? No, I can't. I'm busy. I'm gay. I'm from Trinidad, okay? Leave me alone. What, I have nice legs? Oh, cut it out. Oh, no, don't do that. Cut. Bobbitt. Here's my impression of John Bobbitt on Valentine's Day. Oh, damn. Looks like another 12 hours of surgery. Cut. Simpson. Now, I know there's no audience here, but innocent or guilty. And if you said guilty, then you've had a genetics class, okay, folks? If you said innocent, you haven't. Here's a man, his O.J. Simpson, kills his wife, and he goes free. Lorena Bobbitt cuts off his husband's penis, and he's free. Now, this tells you about the American justice system. Where else can 2 pricks be cut loose and thrown out in the street? Of course, O.J. got off. John Bobbitt would be lucky if he ever gets off again. The thing is, I went shopping the other day to Albertsons. I could have sworn I saw Lorena Bobbitt driving along Thunderbird Road. It had to be her. She cut 3 guys off in traffic. So I get to the supermarket. I'm walking up and down the supermarket. Dumbest place in the world. I'm single. I have to shop for myself. They have this thing out now called Drink Pepsi, Get Stuff. Now, what's so new about that? I've been drinking Pepsi for 39 years. I've been getting stuff. Cavities, acne, diabetes. I start my dialysis treatment next week. Oh, gosh. Drink Pepsi, get stuff. And how about you get to your checkout line, the express line? Is that not the longest line in the store? Who the hell invented this thing? I hate the express line. You get up there. Anyone like me, I count the number of items of the person in front of me. And if they're over 12, I say something. Hey, bud, you got 16 items there. No, I have 12. Hey, you got 4 6-packs. Oh, that's a case. Why don't you just call it 24 cans? Now you way the hell over, you moron. God, and how about the ones that get up there and they dump their stuff on the cart real fast, hoping nobody will ever notice? I hate these people. You tell, hey, ma'am, you're over 12 items. What do? They turn it to Stevie Wonder. Oh, really? I didn't see the sign. Oh, no. Coming at Safeway, and I saw the strangest thing. This guy must have been about 90, 95 years old. He's got oxygen tubes up his nose. He's bent over in a walker. He gets up with his last ounce of strength up to the courtesy booth. He buys a lottery ticket. He asks for the annuity. That's a payment every year. Don't you think after they're 80 they should get a payment every 10 days? Now, I don't mean to make fun of old people. I love dearly. My grandmother, 92 years old, lives in Sun City. This is the strangest thing, though. She moves to Sun City from New York. She's 92 years old, and she gets a 30-year mortgage from the bank. Now you know why the banks are going out of business, folks? This is ridiculous. I mean, this woman is so old. I took her out for her birthday last month to Denny's. She ordered 3-minute eggs. She had to pay up front. Her insurance company this year only sent her half a calendar. That's how old this woman is. Cut. Out with my grandmother, who I love dearly, taught me a lot about learning my roots. So I decided to send away to one of these genealogy companies. They have this stuff you can send away and trace your family roots. And I found out that the Hertz family dates all the way back to biblical times. I had an uncle who attended the Last Supper. Now, he wasn't in the picture. He was sitting at table 4. And he won the centerpiece. I had another uncle who was a painter with Michelangelo during the Renaissance. I couldn't believe this. Unbelievable. While Michelangelo was doing the ceiling, my uncle was doing the closets and the baseboards. Cut. Dyslexia in my family. I had an actual a cousin of mine who was a Polish fireman. He was a dyslexic fireman. He once dragged an entire family into a burning building. Cut. Relatives, strange relatives. I had a Greek relative, Papadopoulos Hertz. He was a perverted shepherd. He literally married the black sheep of the family. And then, through this genealogy thing, I found out that the Hertz family is people, we have famous names. Paul Revere Hertz, who rode on his horse through Miami Beach yelling, "The Yiddish are coming, the Yiddish are coming." He was a relative. Christopher Columbus Hertz, the second man to settle into Florence. Unfortunately, Florence's husband came home a little too early that night, shot my uncle in the butt while he entered a Northwest Passage. Then we had another one. We had famous entertainers. Wolfman Jack Hobowitz. He was the first Jewish, he was on KJEW, KJew in Los Angeles. He used to say, "This is KJew, 1600 in your dial, but for you, 1195. Very famous in the 50s and 60s. And of course, we had a Jewish Elvis. His name was Shmelvis. He did some great songs. Jailhouse Locks, Viva Las Bagels, Blue Hawaii, and his big one, "Don't Sit on My Blue Suede Sofa Till I Put Slipcovers Down." That was a big hit. Back to my 90-year-old grandmother in Sun City. I just got myself a little German Shepherd puppy. Now, don't you hate people who tell you how to train your dog? You know, if he poops on the floor, rub his nose in it. Rub his nose in it. Throw him out the door. Okay? He had an accident. I rubbed his nose in it, threw him out the door. Grandma came over. The other day, she had an accident. The dog looked at me like this. I didn't do anything. The dog grabbed her, rubbed her face, threw her butt out the door. But I think it's working now. Grandma's making it to the paper. You know? Isn't it a shame, though? You come in the world wearing diapers and you leave the same way. It's pretty cute to hear her sing that song. "Hey, Keith, wow, I'm a big girl now." Cut. So enough about my grandma, though. I just want to tell you a little bit about my family. Now, myself, like I said, I just came back in town, and you guys got these red ants out here in Arizona. I finally know where the red ant is. It's a black ant with a sunburn. Welcome to the desert, huh? And the roaches here. I thought the roaches were big in Arizona. The other day I'm sleeping. A roach shakes my bed. He says, "Keith, wake up. We got ants. They're pissed off in their sunburn, and I want something done about it right now." Anyway, so I'm walking down the street, driving down the street. I see a sign. There's an Ethiopian restaurant in Phoenix. It says Ethiopian Fine Dining. Now I'm thinking, Ethiopia, didn't they have a drought like about 10 years ago? Famine? What the hell is fine dining? Would they take you outside, sit you at the table, and you wait for the Red Cross helicopter to drop supplies? So I'm sitting in the restaurant, and they got a wine list. They got a wine list, and it says Cordon Negro. That's one of the wine choices. I'm saying, what if you white people had a wine that says Asti Spumante Honky, huh? Or Chateau de White Boy? You wouldn't be too happy about that. I'm not trying to make fun of ethnicity or ethnic food. The Ethiopian stuff was good. My last girlfriend was Korean. Great gal. The only thing is we couldn't keep a dog as a pet. Wonderful gal. And the sex thing was the hardest with her. I mean, she was just wild. She said, "Keith, I want to do it 5 times in one night." Now, that wasn't so difficult. The hard part was getting 4 of my buddies over the house on short notice. And she got into all these sexual positions. She said, "Keith, let's try it doggy style." So I sniffed her crotch, I humped her leg, and I peed on the floor. To make matters worse, she hit me over the nose with a rolled-up newspaper. And then she wants to do this 69 position thing. So what's that? She said, "Just do what I do." So we get into the position, and within 2 seconds, she farts. So I'm leaving. She goes, "Where are you going, mister?" I said, "Damn, I can't take 68 more of those things." Be right back to the strip joint. I'm back at the strip joint. You know what you do? You want to get the girl's attention. What do? Take out your dollar, right? You lay the dollar bill on the table, and she comes and gets it. But what I do is this. Boom! See? Boom! I said, "Honey, you can look at it. You can dream about it, baby, but you're never going to buy a cup of coffee with it." My name was Keith Hertz. Thank you all very much. Now back to the Mr. B.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our comic tonight. His name is Keith Hertz. He's a local guy. If you want more information, you can write the address at the end of the show, or you can call the number at the bottom of your screen. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next week.